Yeah. Welcome
Gang,
to the
gang.
clutch. This not the clutch corner or the post game show. I don't normally host this bitch, but y'all already know what that means. Tonight we going up because Michael Christian ain't here to babysit me.
Facts.
Content Chisholm not here to keep the show on the rails. So you
Yo.
know, me and my boy Juan, the usual crew here, plus we enlisted two
Culture.
illustrious members
Gang,
of the
gang.
Kang Gang
Yes,
to get on this
sir.
bit with us one time. So we got my man Kendall and my guy Threat joining us tonight. I am your host this evening, to your chagrin, Royal A. Shepherd. So we're gonna do this thing in our own way. You know what I mean? We're not gonna talk about football straight off the bat. Let's talk about COVID. Well, I guess in a roundabout way it is talk about football because COVID is affecting everything around us. It
Yo.
is killing the Chicago Bulls and it has reared its ugly head on the Miami Dolphins. So list of people who have what did they do? They tested positive or they're in protocols or what it is.
I believe most of them tested positive. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like a mute point whether it's positive or just like a negative. It could potentially be a positive later on or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at potentially our whole running back room because White Chocolate Patrick Laird also was out. So it's like, damn, like our worst position group got worse? Question mark? Like, is that possible?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, OG. Michael Christian. Oh, my God. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess they couldn't stand to see this many black men succeeding. So we added another black man to the stream, a kind of black man. My man, Kachi Chisholm, that jumped in there. What's going on? Hey, for those of y'all don't know, my boy Kai is half black. So,
Big facts. Big
so
facts.
Kai, when you do it like this, one hand, baby. You can't do two
Okay.
hands.
So I'm here just for a few seconds. My allergies have been kicking my ass all fucking day. If anyone has allergies, you know that when that weather changes even slightly, it fucks your ass up for like a day or two. I just came to say 2 and on is stupid, and that's about it. That's really all I'm here to say.
You said two
And
Yeah. Alstott 2.0. I like that. We're gonna save this right here. This crew. We're gonna save the Dolphins running back room this week.
Oh, for sure.
for sure.
You had me a little worried early when you was talking about it, one. And then you was like, you just need the boy in short yardage.
Nah, bro. Lusaka Polite, bro. Clutch.
Hey,
3rd and 1, 4th and 1s. That boy was never failed, bro. That guy was always coming through, dog. That's you, dog.
Come
100%.
on, baby. I'm with it. What's up, Cal? So yeah, we wanted to talk about the COVID situation with the Dolphins. Of the names, just to name a few, we have Javon Holland, Savon Ahmed, Miles Gaskin, and Philip Lindsay. That's just a few of the players. So we'll start with Kendall. Kendall, of the names of people that you've heard with this COVID surrounding the Dolphins, which to you will feel like the most impactful?
Javon Holland. I think that's the only way to go because the impact that the two Huskies make and Philip Lindsay hasn't even gotten his feet in the door really, so them boys, they just be out there, supreme high cardio, 2 yard gain supreme. So we ain't gonna miss them too much. We might actually have a running back there with vision, someone who down to throw their body on the line, and Duke Johnson to throw a block. You know what I'm saying? And might actually have a little speed, so I ain't really gonna miss 37 and 26 too much. But Javon Holland, we gonna miss that boy because he's just a playmaker. He big time.
That's crazy. I thought the boy Philip Lindsay was going into the Hall of Fame the way Dolphins was talking about him
He
after the
is.
first game.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, for sure. He's about to have a resurgence.
He's a Hall of Fame Dolphins player, and I just want to. I'm about to leave because I can feel a sneeze about to come. Philip Lindsay is going to be a Hall of Fame Dolphins player. He's going to be great. Final thing I have to say is 19 and 15.
Fuck Kachi Chisholm, bro. Hope you feel better. Threat, my boy. Who's the most important person name that you heard come up on that list?
The obvious answer, of course, is Javon Holland, but I'm gonna say Philip Lindsay too, man. Even though we've only seen a very, 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 very small sample size, we still got superstar Nick Needham who could fill in that single high safety role. You feel me? So I don't think the drop off is gonna be too high. Honestly, it's our defense at the end of the day, man. The running back situation though, it's disgusting, dog. We got Duke, and you got somebody who looked like me back there, pretty much. Dog. Pray for Tua. Just pray for Tua, dog. At this point, honestly.
He said all 4 players are vax, so they just got to get tested twice. They got to get 2 clean tests in 24 hours. So they got to rig at least one by Friday. Yeah, superstar Nick Needham. I think that's an interesting point that you make. So one, I'm gonna kind of spin the question a little bit like this to you. If Holland can't play, you want to see Nick Needham back there as the single high safety, or do you suggest you switch him and put Byron back there and maybe give Nick Needham the other assignment?
I probably think they're gonna do like a committee. Probably do a little bit with Brandon, do a little bit with Eric. For sure, do something maybe with Needham or even Byron, because Byron could go out there and play safety too. That's just, to me, just gives Flores just more like creativity to just go out there and do some funky shit with like 6-7 DBs and like 2 linemen and like maybe a linebacker, and like that's what that boy thrives in. Like he's 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 6s, like like he's eating off of those. And that's kind of like what's been fueling this like 5-game win streak, in my opinion. Has been the defense kind of stepping up and making it easier for the offense.
Yeah, so before we move any further in this show, I want to shout out my boy Juan, because I don't know if y'all see that thing in the background, but when subtle changes happen, the boy notices. You know what I mean? My guy Juan is now a member of the PS5 gang. You see that beauty sitting in the background.
Yeah. I got it. I gotta say, I only got it because I want to destroy Michael in every single game he loves. My only mission is to make him miserable, so that is why it's there.
Go see threatening that.
That's how you know.
Yeah, and on God, I literally just sold mine because the resale price is so crazy. I just sold mine.
Word, I got one off of Walmart, off of Lick, like yeah.
I resold mine for $800. I had to pull that. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had to resell it. I mean people are fiending for the holidays.
They are, bro.
I had to flip
100%.
That's ingenious, King. I'm not even gonna lie. I love to see that. I love to see you make your money work for you. You probably just gonna get another one in a couple weeks anyway, and just be
That's
right
exactly
back.
What I'm gonna
do. So Juan kind of brought up the win. Juan kind of brought up the win streak and named one reason for it. Let's talk about the other reason for it, and that's the guy Tua Tagovailoa. We've seen as of late a lot more people are jumping on that bandwagon, giving him the credit that he's due. Juan, let's start with you, because people seem to want to paint this narrative of you, and you never get the opportunity to speak on this show in normal circumstances. So you're right.
Yeah,
so
Herbert Hussey.
So I want to give you an opportunity. I want to give you an opportunity to kind of educate people on why so many people, including the likes of Peyton Manning, are now starting to jump on to a bandwagon. What have they seen that's kind of illuminated into something that Dolphins fans have been saying for a little while now?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's always been like Tua's attention to detail, bro. Like looking off safeties, making guys move, like that touchdown, with Ford, where at the end, Ford, motherfucker, Ford, after the game, he says like, bro, we didn't even practice that all week, like it was just Tua just made it open for me, and I think guys are just starting to notice that more on a consistent basis, and I think the last 5 weeks since the win streak has been started, like, that bonehead play that he had, or those 2 plays where you're just like, what the hell were you looking or thinking about? Like, they've just been completely eliminated. And I think it's just been kind of like a fuel. Like, everybody's just eating off of each other's energy, and the defense gets it going, offense gets it going. And it's funny because Tua still doesn't have a running game, and he's still, Devontae's in and out. Will Fuller is in witness protection. Mike Gesicki is like, might as well just not even play him at this point. And it's like, he's still getting it done with him and Waddle. And I mean, that's really it at this point, really.
He's rising Isaiah Ford back from the practice squad dead again. Excuse me. Threat. Shit. You a Tua stan.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Sir, Ski.
You have been a Tua stan. How does it feel to kind of have, like Alfredo said, people like Skip Bayless kind of jumping on the train with you? Like I want you to ask the same question, bro.
Man, honestly, man, I knew it was coming. Honestly, because winning cures all. At the end of the day, that's the only difference that we're seeing from Tua from from last season. I mean, we're seeing obviously him develop his skills a little bit, hone his skill set a little bit better, but it's winning. It's winning, and once you win, people put you on this Mount Everest. Like I seen the article the other day with Mac Jones, and I sent this to Kendall. People were saying Mac Jones led the Patriots to the win over the Bills with three passes, and
there were some great handoffs there, bro.
Shit just it blows my mind. It's crazy. It's crazy, but at the end of the day, you just gotta win. At the end of the day, you just gotta win, and he's winning. I mean, we've known everything that he was gonna do already, like the accuracy, the pocket presence, him making the O-line look halfway decent, even though they're not decent at all. He's working with chicken shit. And he's making a lot of things happen. But like I said, it's all winning. That's all it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's the winning, and a lot of things that he was doing now in these wins, he was doing some of it in those losses too. And people were just harping on the fact that he was losing those games. And now when you win, you start to really appreciate the accuracy. Like people talk about, he's checking the ball down or throwing it short every play, but those short yardage are adding up. Death by 1,000 cuts. I'm gonna spin this for you, Kendall, because a lot of people like to talk about how the Dolphins run an RPO offense, and I think Threat just mentioned it. Ain't no R in that bitch, so it's just it just pass. Like he's gonna pass it.
It's a TPO, a Tua pass option. Tua, pick the option who you want to pass it to, and get it out quick. Because if not, you're gonna get your little ass smashed back there. Because you got 2.3 seconds, and if you don't get it out.
That's being nice about it. I don't even think he gets to it 2.5 seconds, bro. He gets less than that.
I don't even think he even tries to push it that far. But as far as Tua, I mean, a Threat said is winning, and I kind of disagree with that because I mean he was winning last year.
He was 6-3.
Yeah, and they were still shitting on him. But what I think everybody realizes is coming into the season, it was is he going to be the thing that holds them back? This is a win now team ready to make that leap. And then they saw our O-line about 3 games and noticed that, nah, this shit is trash. And they see that he only hey, I mean, I ain't forgetting the details, but I ain't even got a clutch corner shirt, so
tell you,
on
talk
God.
to him, Kane.
All right,
Most game ain't got no shirt from this man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? He got to get us right. He playing with the bread up there for the man's feet, man. Break off that man's feet, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I think everybody just see how trash this O-line is, and they see the hesitancy when you got a guy like Jacoby Brissett in there, or shall I say Jacoby Brisket, because all he does is smoke. They just see the difference. I mean, Tua is more decisive. He knows where to go with the ball. He's better. I mean, his pocket presence is better. Even though Brissett used to throw guys off.
Fuck.
Oh.
Damn.
Shout out to Ben. That was lethal.
Ben is a monster in the comments, bro. I wonder where you been, man.
That one. But yeah, Tua just out there, doing his thing. I mean, he put up big numbers in the 2 games when he first came back. Carried the load, but the defense and the coaching let him down against Jacksonville. And I would say the defense let him down against Atlanta. And I think people just started to see. And also the Deshaun Watson can't be traded, so now they ain't got nothing to talk about and shit on them about. So now it's like, let's just actually sit down and shut the fuck up and watch them. And they see that, he's moving the ball. So this guy is like halfway decent at this point. He's an average NFL quarterback, and you can't deny that up to this point.
Yeah, he's an average NFL quarterback that completes 80% of his passes.
And on a bad day, it's 73.
Right, yeah. to nobody's. But I think you kind of made a good point that somebody was kind of harping on in the comments about getting to the defense. Cap, don't worry, we were getting there. I want to know how much of this win streak is credited to Tua's growth, how much of it is credited to the defense, how much is credited to Flo, because sometimes some of these groups get left out in terms of praise. So we'll start with you this time, Threat. How much of this you giving to Tua? How much you giving the Flow? How much you giving to the defense? Break the thing down like a pie chart for me.
That's kind of tough. Okay, so I'm gonna go 60% defense, And I'm gonna go 30% Tua and 10% Flow, because only 10% Flow because he don't want to take credit for the defense. He's still giving it to Boy. I don't know why. On God, it's got to be Flow. On God. But this defense is getting back to its roots. It looks like we're seeing flashes of last year, man, and we're seeing dominance, dog. Like throughout this whole win streak, I don't even think we're allowing more than 12 points per game. Maybe might be fewer than that.
I think like 13 points something.
Yeah. Oh, 13 point something. Okay, so only teams that I know were better were the Chiefs, and it might have been the Pats as well. But this defense is just so dominant, and dog, I feel like we're just a couple pieces away on that defense from really like solidifying things. I want to shore up the linebacker position, and I want to get a pass rushing defensive tackle. Even though I love my boy Wilkins, I love my boy Davis, but I just feel like we need a pass rusher from the inside as well. But we'll get to that later. But it's really the defense. Tua's growth. And I would give Flo more credit, but he says, Boy is still calling plays, so whatever. I'm gonna let him cook. So I'm gonna go 60-30-10.
That's a good one, Kai. I'm gonna give you your credit, bro.
Juan, we'll toss this to you, bro, so that Kai can see you give Tua some credit.
I was actually gonna give Tua a lot of credit here. I was gonna say defense 55, offense 45. Like, to me,
wait, the offense in general, Tua specifically for the offense?
Tua is the offense, and to me, Flores is the defense. That's how I'm breaking it down. Like,
okay,
like Tua is literally making, like, Threat said, like, chicken shit into chicken salad, bro. Like, that offensive line has no business looking that average. Like, they are god awful. They are a crime against humanity. Jesse Davis has to have.
They start Austin Jackson, Jesse Davis, and
Liam Eichenberg, who is literally in the running for looking worse than Austin Jackson at left tackle.
And the past couple of weeks, a third string center. So,
and we just cut Austin Reeder, who I mean,
he couldn't even snap a fucking. He couldn't snap shit, not even his fingers.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was making that look average, and then on top of that, it's just Waddle out there, man. And somehow that they're making it happen, and obviously for me, the defense does have a little more priority because to me they started the fuel, but now it's Tua just kind of doing what he got to do to get the win. Yeah.
Kai, you are a menace as a commenter. I just want to put that out there, bro. Kendall, how you breaking up this pie?
I snapped my fingers when Threat said 60% for the defense because that's exactly where I'm at. They do have to carry most of the load because our offense is pretty much Tua is our run game and our pass game because he throws the ball 2 yards to the left, 2 yard Tua, death by 1,000 cuts. He's our run game. He's our pass game. So, I mean, I give more credit to the defense. Yes, we haven't faced anyone like super duper tough, but the signs, they started in Buffalo in the first 3 quarters. So it wasn't like, they just showed up against Houston and caught fire. And then they saw Lamar Jackson. And ever since Lamar Jackson ran into us, I know y'all Broward boys, but that boy didn't look kind of bad. You know what I'm saying?
You feel? If he was from Dade, he'll look a little different.
Listen. All I gotta say is he got an MVP, so I mean that's all I can live off of.
No, for sure. And I'm a Lamar fan, but ever since he ran into us,
how about that 954? That
Yeah, no, my dog he ain't have a good second homecoming. We just we don't live off that first one.
Flores said what it is. Person, and he said I'm sending them.
I actually saw that. I saw that shit live with Kai. That shit was lit. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, man. So he's sending them dogs on them. The defense really carrying us. I mean, held down Carolina. I thought, with their run game, I was like, okay, let's see what the test is. But ever since Raekwon came back, I think we only given up 100 like once. Where we fucking sprung from the bottom 5 into like the top 10 in stopping the run, which is
we're 8.
We're like 8th stopping the run, which is insane. So if they keep this up until this point, I got to give 60% of the credit to the defense, and then I'll give the rest to my dog Tua over there running that offense, and Waddle too, because Waddle the only legitimate weapon that we have.
I legitimately think all the reasons that y'all gave is why I'm going to give Tua 65% of the credit for this 5-game win streak. Like when you're talking about that defense, you name so many players that have an impact on it. You got Raekwon, you got Christian Wilkinson, you got Javon Holland, you got X and Byron. Like you just throw out names of guys who are contributing on the defensive side of the ball. When you talk about offense, you're talking about Tua and Waddle and whatever you get from Gesicki from week to week. Like
you ain't getting more than 70, 80 yards from him.
You ain't getting that. And it's like you are generating an offense out of two people. And so it's like I have to give credit to one of those two people. I mean, wide receiver to me is a dependent position. If Tua don't throw you the ball, you don't have all these receptions. Like, but Tua is doing so much on offense, bro. Like, I have to feel like he's shouldering most of the load in terms of that. And I'm gonna give Flo some credit because he's black, man. So I give him credit for all the defense. And that's just what it is. Like, is there kind of like that battle going on in anybody's head on the panel where you feel like maybe it could be flip-flop, like giving Tua more credit than the defense, or is it just?
I mean, I could say that for sure because to me the offense is on a curve, bro. Like it just has no business looking average or even how it does at this point. Like what he's doing with that offense is impressive enough by itself. Where I could see that.
I'm gonna be real with you. You know how you threw the names out on defense, how we could easily throw the names out on defense, and then we say on offense, you know, it's Waddle and maybe sometimes Gesicki. That's sometimes Gesicki is starting to wear on me, and it's starting to be like everybody was like, we gotta pay him. Now I'm clutching onto my purses a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure if I want to pay that boy just because his numbers with Tua don't look. It's funny in the light, and I if I could pull it up, if you give me a second, I could pull it up. But the numbers with Tua, they're not top 3 tight end money worth. So and I feel like we could put that money to somewhere else, like a receiver.
You said that just kind of gave me a thought because Gesicki is more valuable to a quarterback like Ryan Fitzpatrick as opposed to Tua because Tua don't need Gesicki. Like Tua can make.
Tua not gonna do as dumb as shit as Fitzpatrick will. Like
he kind of needs a security blanket, but Tua is making it happen with anybody, like Isaiah Ford. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be one of those. I don't want to be the Ethan of the Dolphins side where I'm pushing positivity unnecessarily on Tua. Like, I want to be realistic about it, but Gesicki's not the type of, or Tua's not the type of quarterback that would need a Gesicki. Is he one?
I think I'm like the polar opposite here in the entire panel. I think one, they have a tendency to when the players due for their contract, they kind of, you know, they look the other way with them, and you know they did that with Baker last year. They, you know, cut him some snaps at the beginning of the year, and later on he started to eat. To me, Gesicki's the same thing, bro. They're just trying to get that money down. You know, they're definitely not trying to pay $13-15 million a year for him. If they settled in at maybe 10 or 12, I would do it just because, man, that's one of the few homegrown talents that you're looking at that could be a potentially top 5 talent if he was just featured. But half the time you're looking at his first target coming in at the middle of the second quarter, and it's like, bro, you don't do that to somebody who's like Travis Kelce or Kittle or any of these guys, even Hawkinson, bro. Like,
but is he going to be featured in this offense? Like if Tua does remain the quarterback of the Dolphins, will Gesicki be featured?
I think next year, if he's re-signed, he's eating, bro. Because they're just gonna say, all right, well, we got you for 3 years already on the cheap, on the low. Fuck it, bro. Here, time to really get in your money right now.
Oh, you know something, Zachary B.
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna eventually be featured because he's got 2 games with Tua where he doesn't have a reception, which is crazy. And not the rain gets dropped up.
Hey, that is the
Ben, you are
crazy,
being, bro.
Hey,
you are crazy.
In the hood, so it's fuck Nancy
Yeah, but you sound like you was about to say something.
Oh yeah. So I was saying he's got 2 games with Gesicki this season where Gesicki doesn't have a reception, and I get what people are saying with the argument as far as the Dolphins tend to not feature guys when they're, you know, kind of due for a payday or kind of due for their bonuses, but we got to win every game. I mean, I don't think we could be stingy with the money right now when we got to win every game and we're purposely holding out Gesicki, I don't know if that narrative is completely true. I mean, we know how bad the offense is, and to purposely not feature him when we got to win out for the rest of the season, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
honestly.
So, Kendall, what side of the coin you on, bro? Are you on the throw him the damn ball and pay him, or like, are you willing to look at other options at tight end because of the way he's not been producing with Tua?
Oh, I'm definitely invest the money elsewhere and not pay Gesicki just due to the fact that I just think Gesicki's soft as hell. Like, to be a tight end, bro, like, you get smacked by cornerbacks, bro, and, like, you go down. Like, that man don't ever break a tackle and, like, or just run somebody. If he had, like, Smythe's strength, I think he would be perfectly fine. Like, he'll be an A1 tight end. But that man, he just soft as hell to me. Like, I never see the man break tackles, like, and turn 9 into 15, 16. And so it's like, he ain't got no dog in him to me. He too much of a pretty boy line up outside. When he lined up in the end line, it's either going to be a run to the opposite side or, a pass play. So I'm not really rocking with Mike, paying him like he's a top tight end.
Kai said a reminder that the NFL cap is hitting a record high this year.
I still want to pay him off.
Yeah. But how many guys do we have under contract for? What is it, like 35? We got 70 million. We got 70 million in cap, but we got to pay a lot of guys.
I was gonna make this
guys in jerseys.
I was gonna make this parallel too. I heard another player that don't really break a lot of tackles, and I mean,
but he don't. He ain't 6'6", 250 either.
Right. That's
going up against people who smaller than him. So I'm pretty sure if we was out there trying to tackle Waddle, he'll break tackles against us. And Gesicki goes up against guys smaller than him. So it's like, he just soft dog. I don't want him.
Yeah, so let's kind of circle this around to the Dolphins game this week where they playing against the Jets. No predictions. Well, maybe y'all can give y'all predictions because I don't know if y'all gonna be on Sunday, but we'll do that a little bit down the line. But let's talk about the Jets. What group specifically, and we'll go the opposite direction. So Kendall, we'll start with you. What group specifically are you looking to dominate this matchup against the Jets this week?
It better be that D-line because John Franklin Myers talk shit about Tua, so them boys better come. They better come with it.
Big fact.
Like that boy after they got the dub. You know what I'm saying? Like,
boy,
you can't let them talk crazy about your quarterback, and then you see him 2 weeks down the line. It showed us falling out. Gesicki soft. You can't talking shit about the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And not show up. John Franklin Myers, if he plays, he better not get closer to it. They got to smack them boys in their mouth because that was bullshit.
I think both of them going to the game. I just heard them talk about it. They're not doing no pregame show.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be out there.
Threat, what group are you looking for to be most advantageous for the Dolphins this weekend?
As far as ours,
yeah.
I'm looking for our D-line to thrive against the offensive line. This is a pad your stat game. Y'all boys go ahead and get your money. Jalen, break whatever one. Catch up to Parsons if you can. You know what I'm saying? I would try to find a way to get some more money. You got some batted passes down. I see you got a couple pressures. Time to get some sacks. Wilkins, get your sacks in. Everybody pad your stats. This is what you do when you play a sorry-ass team. This is your money-maker game. Feast. D-line, feast. That's all you got to do.
Tag Gesicki as a prove-it deal. I don't think I would mind too much with Gesicki getting the franchise tag.
I wouldn't mind tagging him.
I don't know what the number is, but instead of
it'd be like 12, 13, 14.
For 1 year. All right.
Yeah, for 1 year though, it's cool.
We just paid Will Fuller $10 million to go into witness protection. So I mean,
hey, ski mask Hall of Fame. First ballot Hall of Fame.
That brother is getting it.
Yeah, I call them Chase Champions, but I like the Ski Mask Hall of Fame. Like I fucks with that. Them boys getting the bag. You hear me? For nothing. Which group are you looking for to be the most advantageous for the Dolphins?
Actually, I'm gonna just piggyback right off the threat. It's that D line for me, bro. Like more so than even just Jalen. Like I need Agba to go get some sacks, bro. Like you want to go get paid like a true D lineman, like one of those guys like go feast on, go feast, bro. Like go actually make a sack. Like he gets so close so many times. And I'm gonna give some credit to Flores. Like Flores earlier in the year was kind of stubborn with the way he was using JP. He wanted him to be, in my opinion, fucking Anthony Barr, and that shit like made me sick to my stomach. Like that, he was always to me somebody that you just put, in a 3-tech or put him out wide and just let him rush. And like the last 5 weeks, it's been him, AVG, Agba, all in the field at the same time on 3rd and longs, and those guys, like, those are your best pass rusher, and you figured out a way to get all three at the same time on the field. Kudos to Flores.
Dead ass. I'll throw your bag at Devontae Adams too, Kachi Chisholm. Y'all know how I feel about it. I trade the farm for that boy Devontae Adams. I'm going with everybody else in terms of the offensive line. I think there's not many more points to be made here than the ones that you guys already made, so I'm not going to belabor that or talk too much about it. So let's go the opposite direction, and let's go in the opposite move. Which group scares you the most? Which one do you believe is most susceptible to giving up a big game for the Dolphins? Juan, we'll start with you this time.
To giving up a big
like which group is most prone to have a letdown?
Our offensive line. Maybe, JMV and them boys, or whatever the fuck his name is, JMF, I don't know. Maybe they come a little inspired because, Tua, in my opinion, Tua's a humble guy in the media, but I feel like that boy be talking shit. Like, I feel like he talks hella shit on the field. And like it's like that humble talking shit, like, yeah, you see what I did to you, man. And it's like, it's like it kind of irks you a little more. And I think he even was talking shit to JMF during the game. So I'd be interested to see if the O-line could actually step up and help Tua out in that sense.
All right, Threat. Does your name have any indication on what group you're talking about? That's gonna be the biggest letdown for the Dolphins.
Hey man, y'all see the name, man. RB SDM. Running backs don't matter. Running backs do not fucking matter. Clearly, not for this not for this team at all.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm looking for a letdown from the running back position, from the running back group. Gaskin has been very mediocre. He has no vision. Laird, I mean, he's a white running back. I don't know.
He's hurt, bro. He's out. You good? White chocolate's out.
Fully healthy.
That boy Laird is Fresco Danny Woodhead.
Don't disrespect my dog Danny Woodhead like that, bro. My dog has some juice, bro. Patrick Laird is just hope and dreams, bro, and a 7-yard catch every now and then.
No offense, but anytime I see a white running back or a white DB, I am terrified if he is on my roster.
I can't tell you the last time I seen a white corner, bro.
Jason Sehorn.
Have you seen the Chief defense since they took Daniel Sorensen from safety?
Yes.
Bro, once they took him out the fucking lineup, bro, they done took the fuck off.
Michael is somewhere upset right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect from this running back group. I like Duke, but Duke has never had a big game in his career. They just signed somebody from the Publix warehouse.
The warehouse? I thought it was a grocery.
Yeah, the Publix warehouse. He just signed a 10-day contract for the Dolphins, and he's
suing up. Finished throwing the truck. And
then Dokes. I mean, is he ever going to see the field? I mean,
no, bro. If they ain't putting him on the field now with 4 running backs in front of him hurt, when is he, bro? It's Malcolm Brown, it's Ahmed, it's Laird, it's Gaskin, bro. Legit, like they're saying, like at this point, it's like, bro, it ain't for you.
On my life, I didn't think Laird was gonna see a down on the offensive side of the ball. I thought he was just going to be a special team guy once we got Dokes. For him to get beat out by Laird says all that I need to know. Pack his ass the fuck up.
We even tried out Lamar Miller, bro, for real. Like
we are down bad.
Nah, bro, we do not trust Dokes at all, bro.
We are down bad.
Kendall, your name say Duke Johnson season.
Hey man, look. Y'all remember when we went into the game against the Patriots? And Salman Ahmed had 100 yards rushing. And the team had 200 yards, and we was like, wait, what the fuck? The Dolphins ran for 200? This should be the week because the Dolphins do not make any sense, dog. If we gonna run the ball for about 150, 175, it's gonna be this Sunday, and we all gonna be sitting there like
on the back of the Duke Johnson.
How the fuck did they just do that?
Oh,
After we couldn't run the ball all season, Duke going for about 110, and then everybody else that runs the ball, they gonna get about 75 combined, and it's just gonna be amazing, dog. Because the Dolphins don't make no fucking sense, bro. So it's Duke Johnson season.
So we know you think the Dolphins running for 200, but what's gonna be the biggest letdown for the Dolphins? Like, which group is gonna have the biggest disappointment?
The biggest letdown?
Yeah,
man. Just because I've been active in the comments, I'm gonna say Michael Pilardi.
I would say
for the brand.
For the brand.
Two shanks. Two shanks of my point. But he get it off for 15 yards.
You gotta add the boy Sanders in there too. That boy been doinking them bitches out the goal.
Oh my god.
He got his money and he said, hey,
I ain't practicing no more, bro. Call me when the game start.
Hey,
it's
we
crazy.
know they like that boy in short yardage situations, OG.
Big facts.
It's crazy because me and Kendall went to so many of the training camp game practices, and he didn't miss. I put this on everything. He did not miss at training camp. So to see Jason Sanders look like this, and then I seen Hack the other night. Hack was booing them bitches.
Listen,
against Tampa, hey, bro, he had like a 60-yarder, I think, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Where was this?
Last game.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I think this has like who's starting at quarterback for the Jets?
I believe it's little I always forget. Is it Zach Wilson, Cal Wilson? I never know.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
Oh, that's easy. I was about to say the defense gonna have a letdown.
They don't
that
even
boy bust.
They don't even got Elijah Moore, sure. So they down bad. Like this is like we used to joke about like there's like always that disappointment game from the Dolphins where they'll lose some shit they have no business losing. Like this is not one of those. Like this is like a bottom tier team that's like lost their like starting wide receiver group. Like they have nobody. They might get Michael Carter back, like the running back. And I said for the last game, I thought he could go for 150. That could be something. But other than that, they truly, there's not much to fear on that team.
I don't necessarily fear the Jets, but I do fear how we're going to look coming off the bye, having all that momentum though. You know what I'm saying? The momentum train probably slows down a little bit. I'm curious to see how we come out the gates.
I'm actually interested in that conversation, kind of following up. I mean, so we've seen the Dolphins kind of win these games coming out the bye. They got what's supposed to be an easy win against the Jets. If they do pick that up and able to continue that momentum, like how do y'all see this season ending? Like, what is your outlook for the rest of the games? Kendall, we'll start with you this time, bro.
Hey man, I came on here when we was 3-7, and I said we was going 7-7.
Right.
So at this point, I'm like, hey, fuck it. We finna run the table on these hoes. Anybody and everybody who want it finna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna say 10-7.
Damn. Okay. All right. We're here.
What's the biggest obstacle in that path for you, in your opinion?
The holiday season.
Holiday season.
Not going crazy on the coquito, you know.
You know, y'all do have a reputation. You know what I'm saying? Threat. What's your outlook? What's your outlook on the rest of the season?
Yeah, I got a 10-7, man. Honestly, I'm on the motherfucking cocaine that they serving right now. I'm high on this Dolphin train right now, and I'm not getting off this bitch at all. The hardest obstacle, probably. I'm not feeling the Pats, man, and I like flow against the Pats. I'm gonna say the hardest obstacle probably gonna be the Saints game, just because we're supposed to win that game. And they got a tough defense. So I'm going to just say the Saints game is the toughest obstacle.
Before I kind of jump to one, I kind of want to I don't know. I kind of want to dig into y'all going 10-7. So if y'all think they're going 10-7, what will be considered a disappointing finish to this season in y'all eyes? Threat, you first. Like, what would be a disappointment now that you think they're going 10-7?
I mean,
Like,
it would
would 3-1 be disappointment if they
down the
finish at
stretch?
No.
would
What about
3-1 be?
8-9 would be
2-2. So 2-2 down the stretch would be disappointing.
I'm disappointed with 9 wins. I'm still gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna keep it.
So in order to keep you straight, they got to win out.
Yeah, they got to win out for me.
So Kendall, you said you good with 9 wins.
If we get to 7-7, going 2-2, would that be 2-2?
Down the stretch,
yeah. But we'd basically be finished at 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, if they finish 3-1, I wouldn't be like upset because I think the one loss would be to the Patriots.
Yeah, but that would mean back-to-back years in a game that you got to win, we lose, and that's not okay with me.
I mean,
and it would be with 2
when
after
it comes
him.
to the playoff thing, getting a win and get in scenario. I mean, at that point,
yeah, I think you give him a pass for last year's because he was a rookie. That was a big game, and they were playing Buffalo, so Buffalo's a really good team. This year, maybe not so much of a pass because you playing another rookie quarterback.
Yeah, if it's a win and get in week 18, then they
right. If it's a win, I think in a win and get in situation, last year made more sense for the Dolphins to lose than in a situation where you're going up against a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, who you know what I mean, and you're rolling like that. That's me. So I want to get to Juan. I feel like when you're hosting the show, you got to say his name like that. Juan, what do you predict for the rest of the season? And in your eyes, what will be a disappointing finish to this season for the Dolphins?
I'm predicting 3-1 and anything 2 I think 2-2 is disappointment for me because I said going into the year 9-8 would be my season outlook for the Dolphins, to where I'm pretty sure I said they would go into week 18 9-7 and they would lose against the Patriots and finish 9-8. That to me probably won't happen now. I kind of feel like they're gonna end up losing either that Saints game, but I'm kind of leaning more to that Tennessee game. It is over there. It got that revenge factor with Tannenbaum, and it could have potentially Derrick Henry back. We still don't know about that. That's a very big mystery. If he is back, then for sure I'm thinking we're gonna take that L. If not, then we might head into we really might head into Fox, or we might have the Patriots down here, 9-7, and they might have nothing to play for. Hopefully, if the Bills keep on losing, maybe the Patriots, clinch the division, and now we're not really having to play them, necessarily full strength to get in.
So would it be possible to jump? You said we can't lose to the Saints?
Not after I win at Chris Sims.
Yeah, bro. Taysom Hill can't beat us. Taysom Hill cannot beat us, bro. If Taysom Hill looks better than Tua, I want you to know, just turn off the TV Monday. Don't even log into Twitter. Chris Sims is going to make it hell.
I don't even think Chris. I said Chris. I don't even think what's his name going to be the quarterback for that game. I think Simeon going to be quarterback by then.
No, he's going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, they like
they
deal with the 3 interceptions for the 7 carries for 100 yards on a TD.
Yeah, he just came off of 4 interceptions. I don't know how many bad. If he goes bad again this week, I mean, how can you justify playing him again?
Yeah, I think Jacoby throw that bitch in the dirt. That boy Taysom Hill. Good.
Specializes in that.
Hey, yo. Them throws he was making against Dallas was wild, boy.
Whoa, boy! I was like, that's a wild man. That's a bad boy. That boy. If you go out there and throw
that was an interesting hill to die on in Chris Sims' view, bro. Because I don't know.
But I don't know who Chris Sims. I guess your personality, you're entertaining in some circles, but bro, I saw you play football, bro. I wasn't impressed. So I'm gonna put my hands up because I'm the only producer, so y'all know I'm not finna cut you off. Let's do some final thoughts around here. I'm probably gonna cut somebody off at some point, but I'm gonna put my hands up so that y'all see I'm not doing it now. Juan, we'll start with you. I like having you talk uninterrupted. So I want you to give me your final thoughts on some of the topics that we've covered tonight, or anything that we didn't mention that you just kind of wanted to throw out there.
No, my final thoughts is really just like, if you want to make the playoffs, if you want to get in, bro, you got to go in and handle your business, bro. Don't worry about this team and the Bills losing and them getting worse and them getting better and Lamar just focus on who's there and just winning out. That's it.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the playoffs and the standings. Thank you. Threat, you should have just brought this up when I threw it to you and made us talk about it. You didn't have to put it in the private chat because then it made me put my hands down.
This is completely off script. You could just you could throw us a random ass question at any point, bro.
Yeah,
bro, there's YouTube, bro. Like you look Chris Sims up as soon as he says some stupid shit and be like, "Oh, that's not."
Everybody know Chris Sims was.
There was a stat where I saw him read it like off of his like scouting report, where in like big time games he had 0 touchdowns and like 10 interceptions. I didn't think that was
on the
real.
Dan Patrick show, right?
Yeah, I genuinely did not think that was real, but yeah.
It is.
Wow.
But Threat, you kind of started us in the way of a conversation, so I want to have that conversation before we close out because we only been going 45 minutes anyway. I'll just close it early because I'm not really good at hosting Dolphin shows. So let's talk about the playoffs. I don't know how we could go about this conversation because the Dolphins aren't technically in the playoff picture just yet. Yeah. But go ahead and frame the conversation for us, and we'll just have it.
I wanted to kind of say that the way the things are shaping up right now, I know a lot of teams play each other and supposed to knock each other off, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's shaping up really weird where I feel like even if the Dolphins do go 10-7, I feel like we still are going to end up missing the playoffs. I mean, we got 5 conference losses. We have the 0-2 against the Bills, who look like they're on the kind of decline right now, and they might factor into how it kind of shapes up for that last wild card spot. I'm not sure if 10 wins is a guarantee that we make the playoffs anymore. I know the statistic like 2 weeks ago was like 80-some%. After last week, it was 76%. I don't know. It's dwindling down, and I don't know if that's still enough because is it too little, too late? That's my only concern.
Yeah, let's explore that a little bit. So, Kendall, do you believe 10 wins gonna get the Dolphins in the playoffs?
Yeah, man. Look it. I'm riding the high at this point. It's gonna get them in this week. Denver gonna beat Cincinnati, then the Chiefs gonna beat the Chargers, and then beat fucking Denver. It's just gonna work out. Why? Because Dolphins don't make no sense, man. Like Dolphins don't make no sense. Exactly. See, we KC fans, and I guess we Patriots fans at this point. Like
10-7 is a guarantee.
Yeah. The thing with the Bengals, though,
it's just so much overlap. That's what it is.
Yeah. The Bengals might win the division over the Ravens. The way the Ravens is starting to fall apart.
I don't see the Ravens winning another game.
That might actually help us, though.
Yeah, because we got the win over them. Yeah.
I don't see the Ravens win another game until we.
And then what Alpha's saying is because on Thursday night it's literally Chiefs versus what's it called? Chargers. So it's they're gonna beat up on each other and one of them is gonna go down. But I mean the thing is that the top 3 seeds already have 9 wins, so it's like they're gonna finish at 11-12 wins probably. And then it's like, can you really expect the Chargers to fade? The Ravens are fading, but the Bengals are kind of rising. Colts, we lost to them, so we're not gonna have a tiebreaker against them. Bills, it's another team where they beat us twice. And then it's like you got the Browns kind of sitting there in the fringes. I don't consider the Steelers or Raiders or the Broncos to be anything. So I mean,
and then you also got Tennessee still, who already have.
Yeah, so you need Tennessee. Well. I feel like we need Tennessee to like falter because it'll be better if the Colts win the division and we got Tennessee head up.
Yeah,
damn, bro. Tennessee's 9-4.
Yeah, I was
second seed, and we're kind of like, I feel like we were kind of talking about them like they were just like easy cake.
Yeah, they're not, and they're still running the ball really well. They ran for over 200 yards against the Patriots. They're still Foreman is toting the pill, bro. Like it's obviously not Derrick Henry, but they still got the same recipe that they're cooking up.
Yeah, so Alfredo is adamant about us looking at he's adamant about us looking at the KC schedule. So I'm gonna do my job.
Yeah, they have like everybody who's in front of us.
Yeah, like so. So right now you got them with the Chargers, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Denver, San Francisco, Arizona, and Minnesota.
See,
That's
but
Yeah,
these are the
preseason.
teams that I'm already expecting to be out.
Yeah,
The
that's what I was
Steelers,
saying.
they're out.
Steelers are not
So,
real. Denver's not real.
Denver's not real, exactly. So, I mean,
Bengals to me, that's a good one. And like I said, the Chargers won this on Thursday night. So yeah, KC for sure is gonna have a tough road. I just think to me that the problem teams is it's gonna be the Bills because you know to me that I think the Patriots are just gonna run away with the division at this point.
yeah.
Depending on what happens with the 3 AFC North teams, because to me it could either go, you know, it could go Browns, it could go Bengals. I mean, you know, Lamar, is he hurt? Is he healthy? Like we don't know what happened there. And then the Colts, which we lost to them.
Yeah, I think the Ravens. Honestly, personally, I think the Ravens like they have the Packers, the Bengals, and the Rams.
Mhm.
Like I don't see them beating any of those teams.
That's
Even with Lamar, that'll be freaking difficult. Like for them to beat them. And we have a tiebreaker over them. But so we pretty much need. I like to feel confident. We would need Tennessee to lose, like against the Steelers, and then we play them heads up.
Yeah, we got to win that head-to-head.
But they play the 49ers too, and the 49ers came through this week, so against a tougher opponent, in my opinion.
George Kittle has had a resurgence these past 2 years. I did got one more thing that I wanted to bring up before we kind of close out here. So I wanted to get y'all opinion.